Hey, everybody. Welcome to this call about why Plexus and how it can change everything. My name's Michelle Stuchel, and I'm a Sapphire Ambassador. And that means that I've just helped a lot of people in their health and happiness journey. And I'm excited to share. Actually, expectant is a better word. I'm expectant because I want to share not only my journey, but what this can do for you. And I'm incredibly passionate about helping others. My personal mission is to help others be and do and have all that God has for them. That is how God designed me. That's the core of my being. That's what I want to spend every day of my life doing. And I want to tell you that I never expected God to help me live out my purpose through a network marketing company and through selling gut health supplements. But lo and behold, God knows a lot more than I do. And it's through this company and through these products and through this team that I have found so much soul fulfillment. And not only soul fulfillment, but I've been able to change things for my family. I'm the second highest rank in the company, earning a six-figure income. I took my husband to Hawaii in September on the company's dime. I can choose a Lexus or a lifestyle bonus. And I'm here to say that it has truly changed everything for my family and for my life, because previous to Plexus, I was stuck in survival mode, living for bedtime every day, supposed to be a Jesus-loving woman, shining for Jesus. And all I really did was wanted to get in bed, pull up the covers over my head and go to sleep. And because of Plexus, my children have their mom back. My husband has his wife back. And I am more alive, fulfilled, using the gifts and talents that God has given me to impact multitudes. And it's not because I'm anything special. It's not because I did anything outlandish, except say yes and decide to grow and decide to take action and allowed my dreams and my destiny and my purpose to be bigger than my fear and my desire to stay comfortable. And I want to say that you can achieve all that I have and more. And if you have a hunger for more, if you want to live a life of purpose, if you want to leave a legacy, if you want to change things and not just have the job of your dreams, but to create the life of your dreams, you are in the right place. And I'm not just blowing sunshine on you. It's because I am living it and people around me are living this. This isn't like 10,000 states away, 15 levels deep. This is real. And whether you are on here and you're thinking, I just would like to cover a car payment, or an extra $500 a month would be life-changing for my family, or $5,000 a month, or a mortgage payment, or $10,000 a month or more, or complete financial freedom, I'm here to tell you that is possible. That is real. And that's available to you. I'm living proof of that, and I've got dozens of friends that are living it too. If you are willing to grow, if you're willing to take action, if you're willing to get uncomfortable, if you're willing to do the things. So I'm so grateful that you've taken time out of your busy schedule to to hear my story and to hear what Plexus can do for you and what it will take, because it's really not about what Plexus has done for me. I hope you just take me as an example of what this can be for you. And here's what I want to tell you. You don't have to be a hot-blooded Lebanese that likes to talk on stage and be all out there like me, because there's people at the top of our company that are introverts, extroverts, shy, outlandishly bold, every Enneagram number, every disc profile, old, young, all the different colors of the rainbow. Here's the thing. To be successful in this company, it's not a matter of personality type or introversion or extroversion. It's simply your willingness to say yes, to grow yourself and to believe. Okay, now, before we get into this, why in the world Plexus? Why Plexus? Okay. Why Plexus? Well, because ever since 2020, the whole world knows that we are in a health and financial crisis. And now more than ever, People are open to the idea and welcoming gut health. People understand that health is a priority and that you have to invest in your health. You're going to pay for your health at one time or another. You're either going to pay for it in doctor bills, prescriptions, repair, or you pay for it in maintenance and prevention. Health is an expense, and gut health is at the cutting edge of science, and Plexus is leading the gut health industry for the whole family. We have a monthly consumable that every man, woman, and child needs that is boosting health. Now, I love other network marketing companies. I love their products, but jewelry and leggings don't change lives. I mean, you could probably make a case that a good pair of leggings can change lives, but for real, my husband doesn't buy leggings. My husband doesn't buy jewelry except for me, and he certainly doesn't buy makeup. But we have a monthly consumable that every human needs, because every human has a gut. Every human needs blood sugar balance. And what I never knew is that most of the health issues that we deal with in this country, from allergies to anxiety and everything in between, even stuttering, is linked back to gut health, blood sugar balance, and inflammation. Take any ailment you can think of and Google it with those words, and you will find scores of studies and articles making the links between that ailment and gut health, blood sugar balance, and inflammation. And that is exactly what our products address. And we are at the leading the front. We are leading at the front. We are at the front with cutting edge, best in class, therapeutic grade supplements that are changing lives. Okay. So why Plexus? Because, we've got something that the world needs and they're hungry for, okay? Now, so what does it take? What does it take to be successful in this business, okay? Only 20% of this business is skill. 80% is mindset. And so I want to spend the bulk of time talking about your thoughts about this, because I pretty much guarantee you that you didn't grow up thinking, I want to be a network marketing professional. I mean, I know I didn't. I only know of 2 people that have said this. But what I have learned is so mind-blowing that now I am devoting so much of my time in life to showing people what's possible, because what we have is so transformative. And isn't that what people are hungry for? Aren't people hungry? They're not hungry to be sold to. They're hungry for transformation. They're hungry for somebody to tell them that the dreams that God has put in their heart are valid, that they can go for them, that there's more for them. Nobody dreams of being stuck in survival. Nobody dreams of ambivalence. Nobody dreams of sitting on the couch all day long watching Netflix, simply trying to make it till bedtime. But we dream of more. And God has placed that desire in each of our hearts because He's made us in His image. We are sub-creators, and we are made for purpose and mission and impact. And as we tap into that, everything changes. But it's really hard to do when you don't feel good and you don't have the resources to do what God's put in your heart. And Plexus is a vehicle for both. I got my health back and my life back because of the gut health supplements. And the purpose of this call isn't to go deep into the supplements. Go learn about them, read some articles, and you will be blown away by what we have on our hands. I remember when I first started taking the products, and I would get into that Facebook group called Gut Health and Happiness, and I would start to read testimonies, and I would, I would stay up at night, and I'm not a night person. And I remember I would think, this has got to be a scam. Like, there's no way that Plexus is helping everybody with all of these issues. And it seemed like Plexus was doing everything except homeschooling the children and making dinner. Like, there's no way. This has got to be a scam. But then I learned about the roots of most of the diseases and issues that we deal with. And so I thought, oh my goodness, we have got to, why are we not shouting this from the rooftops? Because what I started to notice is everyone around me had something. acid reflux, thyroid issues, migraines, sucking down coffee and tea to make it till bedtime, extra weight, complaining of joint pain, whatever it was, very few people felt their best. And here's something that there was something in me that, like, Jesus, when I read your word, you talk about life abundant here, but my existence is here. That means there's more. That means you have more for me. And I know that the deficit's not on your part. So how do I get there? And it started with me feeling better. It started with my health. And those products started to change my life. I started noticing, being more rested and, not craving sugars and carbs and all the things. And the products completely changed my life. And our opportunity is only an opportunity because our products are that amazing. And when I talk about belief and what it takes to be successful, you have to have belief in 3 areas. And the first is belief in our products. And here's the thing, friends, you can build belief in any of these areas by simply learning. Do what I did. Get into the group Gut Health and Happiness, or watch Jessica Hogendorn videos. She's a naturopath on our team who is a diamond working towards double diamond. And side note, she's got one of the highest retention rates in the entire company. And you know what? Because she's a naturopath doctor and a GAPS practitioner, she understands the products probably better than anybody. So she understands what these products are doing. And her belief is so sky high and people trust her, and she gets people results on these products. It's not a coinkydink that the person who understands science and the body the most has the highest retention rate, because she understands that these products work. You can build your belief. You've got to have rock solid faith and belief in these products, because something will happen. Someone will have a rash. Someone will have some symptoms of detox, or they'll say that the products don't work. And that could rattle you if you don't understand natural healing and how our products work. And natural healing is different than taking a pill or pharmaceutical grade, a drug. It's not like that. We are into long-term health solutions. That's what Plexus is about. Long-term health solutions. And as you start to understand that process and you understand what our products are doing in the body, your faith and belief will skyrocket and you'll be seeing lives transformed. You have to have faith in our products, okay? You've got to have faith in network marketing. Now, I'll be honest, this was the hardest for me, because I was never going to be one of those people. I had actually tried network marketing before twice, and I lost money on both accounts. I thought, and then I didn't like it. I lost money. I thought, there's no way this is for me. It's just for some special people, the few. And I really just didn't understand the industry. And I didn't have a good grasp of what network marketing was, how I could gain the skills, and how to learn and grow. And here's the deal. Just because I had a bad experience didn't mean that the industry was bad. I'm sure we've all been to everybody's been to a restaurant, right? We've all been to restaurants. You've been to good restaurants, right? Restaurants that you love, restaurants that you can't wait to go back to, but we've all been to bad restaurants, right? Where the food wasn't very good, the service wasn't very good. Well, that doesn't mean that you stop going to restaurants. It just means that you choose which restaurants to go to. And when our founders started Plexus, they knew the power of network marketing to get wealth in the hands of ordinary people. And they wanted to do network marketing the way that it should be done, but rarely is. And our corporate motto is, we are blessed to be a blessing. And do you know that that is actually scripture? 1 Peter 3 says that we are called to bless and to inherit a blessing. I am so proud to be a part of this company that has such character and integrity, that our corporate motto is, we are blessed to be a blessing. And our slogan is, we basically want to ignite hope, health, and happiness, and those who want more. Sign me up. So let's talk a little bit more about network marketing. Network marketing is so incredible because it takes ordinary people and helps them achieve extraordinary results. You can literally compress a 30-year career into a few years. I've been in this almost, April will be 6 years, and I've been a six-figure earner for 2 years. I got my tax forms in January last month. My paycheck went up by 5 digits in this crazy economy, and I was already making 6 figures. I took my husband to Hawaii last year. I'll get to take somebody to a 5-star result in Mexico next year. I can choose the Lexus or the cash bonus. Network marketing has provided such incredible income and opportunities and incentives. I've earned everything from iPads, Apple Watches, earbuds, MacBooks, boots, jackets, design your own custom Nikes, 3 shopping sprees. And when I say shopping sprees, I'm talking $2,500 to Bloomingdale's, $2,000 to Nordstrom's, $2,500 to Bloomingdale's. I'm talking really, really, really fun shopping sprees. I mean, who does that? I've earned a cruise, a trip to San Diego, a trip to Mexico, Hawaii, unbelievable perks, so much fun, recognition out the wahoo, all for helping and serving and loving other people. And here's the thing, what I am building toward isn't just a nice incentive. I'm building towards residual income. Because here's the thing, when you work for somebody else or you have your own company, you are paid 100% on your own efforts. But in network marketing, you're paid on your whole team's efforts. Wealth in network marketing is created through leverage. And, teachers can't work harder to make more money. My husband works for the government. His salary is capped. It doesn't matter how many hours he works. He's not going to make more money. You get paid here, you get paid on how much value you add to the company. It's not your worth, but the value that you add to the company by raising up leaders and helping other people reach their goals. The more you help other people reach their goals, the more and quicker you will reach your goals. We are literally a people helping people business, and our job description is loving and serving other people. And in the meantime, you're having fun, you're taking trips. I'm working for really freedom, financial freedom and time freedom, because, the core of my being is to help people be and do and have all that God has for them. But it's hard to do when you don't feel good, but then you don't have the resources to do what God's put in your heart. What about that orphanage in Haiti you've wanted to support, or that trip you wanted to take with your children, or, helping your aging parents, or funding the college fund, or funding that ministry? One of my passions is to see wealth in the hands of the righteous, to see culture transformed. And it's not that money is our goal, but everything that we want, so much of what we want in terms of change and growth requires money. It's what the money will allow us to do, the impact it will allow us to make. It's incredible. One of the other things I love about network marketing is that we have one of the most amazing communities and teams that I've ever been a part of. If you've ever been in a work environment or a school environment where there's been people that have been toxic or you haven't enjoyed, you understand what I'm saying. I get to choose who I work with. I do not have to link arms with everybody. I choose who I link arms with. And that is priceless. I am surrounded by growth-minded, kingdom-minded women that want to change the world. There's not negativity. I mean, we're very intentional about creating a growth-minded, positive, kingdom-infused atmosphere to pull out our best. And it is priceless. One of the things that I love the most about network marketing is the personal and professional growth. It's been said several times that what we have is a personal development program that has a compensation plan. And that is so true, because the more that you grow yourself as a person, the more that your business will grow. life skills, communication skills, how to learn and serve other people, how to be others focused and not self-focused, how to have vision, how to set goals, how to execute. Most importantly, how to think. Do you know the biggest change that I've had is how do I take my thoughts captive, which is the most priceless, because as a man thinks in his heart, so he is, because you will never outperform the quality of your thinking. And I've literally get paid to better myself. And the better person I become, the more my business explodes. It is so incredibly fulfilling and soul satisfying. Here, and look, low startup cost. I mean, it costs $9.95 to get started, and then you buy your products. From a business perspective, it is a no-brainer. When you're starting out and when you're working towards jewel status, that means six-figure income, it does feel like you're pushing a snowball uphill. It takes work. It takes hard work, and it takes a lot of work. I will never shy away from saying that. But if it was easy, it would be sleazy. And there's a reason not everybody chooses to do this, because it is work and it does require getting uncomfortable and, putting yourself out there and learning skills and learning to do the heavy lifting with mindset work. But it is so worth it, because friends, it's not just about creating the job of your dreams. What Plexus provides is the ability to create the life of your dreams. And now more than ever, on the brink of recession or in recession, whatever we're in, eggs cost $8. People are hungry for options. They're hungry to not be slaves to plan A. They're praying for relief. And plan B can become plan A. And you don't have to sacrifice what is most important. Did you know that 95% of people that stay in network marketing for 10 years or more, 95% of them reach the top of their company's pay plan? That is as close to a guarantee of success as there is out there. 90% of female millionaires do so through network marketing. And the average pay in Plexus at the top of our pay plan is as much as a brain surgeon make, about $450,000 a year. If it took you 10 years to make $450,000 a year, would it be worth it to you? And on the way, you're making $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 a month. Yes, worth it. 95% chance of top level success if you just don't quit. Resilience, perseverance. It takes time, energy, effort, sacrifice. But it is worth it to create the life of your dreams. And in Plexus, very unique. You can build to the top and then actually build under yourself again. So when I say no income cap, I mean from the core of my being, no income cap. Right here, I'm here earning 5 figures a month. Brittany is earning 5 figures a month, 5 figures a month, 6 figures a month. Only 3 layers above me. That's where I'm headed. And I'm so passionate about taking as many kingdom-minded people with me as possible so that we can see culture impacted. Kingdom entrepreneurs. The third thing you have to have belief in, friends, is yourself. Because whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. Because as a man thinks in his heart, so he is. You are the owner of your business. And what is the most important thing? The biggest predictor of your success is what's happening between your ears. Can you do it? Absolutely. Anybody can. The question is, will you? Will you do the heavy lifting? Will you take the action? Will you learn the skills? Will you get uncomfortable? This takes personal development and thought work. Mindset work is like doing squats for your brain. It's learning to take every thought captive, taking inventory about what is going through your head. It's the power of thoughts and words, because your words and thoughts are containers for power. And every thought you have is a seed. It's either sowing something good fruit, or it's sowing something negative. There's no neutral ground. It's either taking you towards your dream or away from it, towards your destiny or away from it. So the key is learning how to become aware, be curious about your thoughts, become aware of your thoughts, decide, because we all have unintentional thoughts. I can't do this. This is slimy. I hate sales. I'm too busy. I don't want to be pushy. Whatever it is, those are unintentional thoughts. You get to choose if that stays there, if that thought stays there. Are you going to allow that thought to occupy the real estate of your mind? Then you say, no, I absolutely have enough time to do this, because it's not a matter of how much time I have. It's about being intentional with the time that I do have. Sales is not slimy. Sales is offering a solution to people, bridging the gap between what I have and what their need is. It's actually noble because I'm offering solutions. It doesn't matter if I wasn't successful before. This is a different story, and I can be successful now. Identifying the unintentional thought and then replacing it with the truth. And you know what, friends? That's not just the key to business. It's the key to your growth and development as a person. Because as a man thinks in his heart, so he is. And we've all seen this, right? The unintentional thought that comes up about your husband. You see the socks on the floor again. Oh my gosh, he doesn't love me. He's never going to change. If he loved me, he would pick up those socks. Not true. Right? What's the truth? He just didn't think about it, or he had something else on his mind. We all understand this. And we all have the ability and the responsibility to change our thinking. And here's the thing, you have what it takes to do this. And if you didn't, God wouldn't tell you that it was possible, because you can. And you have what it takes to build this thing as big as you want to and as big as your dream. We all have the struggle of our thoughts. The key is identifying what head trash is occupying the real estate of your brain, asking yourself if it's a biblical truth, and if it's not, to replace it with the truth. Because as a man thinks in his heart, so he is. It's the battlefield of the mind, right? Thoughts determine beliefs that determine your actions. We take and apply scripture to our thoughts, and we can literally transform our life by renewing our mind. God said so, and I believe it. Will you do the hard work and transform your life by renewing your mind? You have that ability and responsibility. It's not that successful people don't have negative thoughts. It's just that they know what to do with those thoughts. That's why he said, whatever is noble, true, holy, good, pure, think on those things. There's so much in the Word, the Bible, that talks about this. And friends, whether you decide on Plexus as your thing or not, just know that you will never outperform the quality of your thinking. If you're thinking that this is too much for you, guess what? This is too much for you. Think about what you're thinking about. What are you telling yourself? And is it the truth? What you will be tomorrow, what you are thinking about today. But you can change that, and you can decide where you want to go. What's your vision? What do you really want? Think about the woman with the issue of blood from the Bible. Her faith and belief, when everything was screaming at her, no hope. She had tried for 12 years. She lost all her monies. The professionals told her there was no hope, no cure, but she knew that if she could just touch the hem of his garment, her faith, her thoughts propelled her into action. She got the hem of his garment. Power was released from him. And instantly she was healed because of her faith. Listen, friends, you are in the right place at the right time with the right products and the right team for such a time as this. People are hungry for hope, physically and financially, and we have it. Now, a lot of times you'll hear us say, your business is like an airplane, okay? Two wings of the airplane, taking the right actions, two wings, right? You've got to talk to people about Plexus. You have to learn the skills and take actions. You have to grow. You have to grow. Every single day you grow, personally and professionally. But without the fuel, you're not going to go anywhere. And what is the fuel? The fuel is your why. What keeps you going? That question of when you're earning that kind of money in 5 years, 3 years, 10 years, what do you want your life to look like? What impact do you want to make? What will the money allow you to do? That is what keeps you going. And so after this call, I would encourage you to sit back and think and write down, what do you want for your life? Why is this important? And if your life looked exactly the same 5 years from now as it does right now, would you be okay with that? And if not, why not? And where do you want to be? Your why is your fuel. We talked about the growth with belief. Now let's talk about the action. Listen, 80% of this business is mindset. 80%. And the more you build your belief in our products, in network marketing, in yourself, your business will grow. The people in this business that have the most success are the ones with the highest belief. Okay? That is where the bulk of your time should go. But the actions, only 20% is actions. And there's only 4 skills you need to master. Number 1, how to get people to order products. We call that the skill of recruiting. Number 2, retention. How to help your customers love their products. Number 3, duplication. You've told people about Plexus. They've ordered their products. Now, how do you teach them to do the same? Creating workers for your workers. How do you cast vision for them? And then number 4, leadership. Because if you can sell some products, you can earn a prize, nice trip. If you can raise up leaders, if you can develop people, I'm here to tell you the sky is the limit. And I believe that with every fiber in my being. Leadership. And these are skills that anybody can learn. Anybody. The word decision, the Latin root of it means to cut off. And I really hope that you think through those questions I asked you. If your life was the same 5 years from now, would you be okay? And if not, why not? And then what do you want it to look like? And then make a decision. That root of the word decision means to cut away. So the word decision means to cut off. Cut the other options off. Because friends, listen, whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. And if you work it like a hobby, you'll be paid like a hobby. If you work it like a business, and we have proven systems, free training, we have all the training and systems you could want, and then some, you'll be paid like a business. I'm proof. Scores of people on my team are proof. It's not that you need more time, it's that you need intentionality and know what to do with time. You can absolutely, absolutely do this. And we have systems for each one of these skills that are proven and rock solid. Here's the thing. Hope deferred makes the heart sick, but when it comes, it's a tree of life. What are you still hoping and praying for? What will be that tree of life for you? Is it a ministry you want to fund? Is it time freedom? Is it taking your children to see the world? Is it living out of purpose to impact other people? Is it providing for aging parents or fueling your college fund? What is it? When it comes, it's the tree of life. And this really isn't a matter of does this work? I could give you scores and scores of people to look up to show you that it does. The question is, friends, do you want it? Are you willing? Do you have the hunger and desire? And will you get uncomfortable and do things that stretch you? I've had to be stretched a lot. I've grown a lot. I've done a lot of uncomfortable things. And you know what? I'm better because of it. And in so doing, I've been able to change things for my family and impact more people than I can count and I'll ever comprehend, simply because I said yes. And it's not because I'm so great. It's just because I said yes. Peter never would have walked on water unless he stepped out of the boat. So friends, are you willing to step out of the boat and do something that may seem crazy, but will allow you to achieve extraordinary results? Because that's absolutely what we have on our hands. Thank you so much for your time. I'll be praying for you as you and your journey. I can't wait to see it unfold.